Andi Jackson and Laney Choboy. Questions
Let me get off the mic.
Andi, you get the Defensive Player of the Week. How much, we talked about a couple times, but how much progress do you feel you've made defensively this season?
This season alone, I feel like a pretty significant amount. And it's just a huge kudos to my teammates because they've been so patient with me and they've been huge help. I mean, I now have a blocking goal at practice, and if I don't get that goal during practice, then I stay after. And Becca, Bergen, Kenna, Manaia, Brennan, like they all stay after with me until I get that blocking goal. So I'm just super grateful to all of them for their help because I would not have made these strides without them. But yeah, this season especially, I feel like I've, like blocking wise for sure, have made huge strides. Not only like stuff blocks, but just getting more touches.
What is that blocking goal?
It's 4 stuffs per practice, which seems minimal, but when you get live play, like we're rotating a lot, especially now that we have 4 middles, it's a little bit less time on the court during practice with the drills that we do. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's really great because then you get to watch and you learn while watching the other middles, but it kind of shrinks your time a little bit to get those 4 stuff. So it goes by quick, and if I don't get that goal, then after practice we go to the wood court, and all the middles work on something differently, so all of us have a different goal, but that's mine specifically, and everyone helps each other get their goal at the end.
How much pride as a team right now have you guys taken this streak of not losing any sets?
A lot. I mean, it's a really big deal, especially in the Big Ten. I mean, everyone knows the Big Ten is a really, really good volleyball conference, and it's not easy. We're going to get everyone's best shot at Nebraska. We know that people really want to beat us, and it's going to be a dogfight every single time. So I just think that's something to really be proud of, and we're not done yet. I mean, there's still a lot of work to go, and we're only, 5 weeks in, so we don't want to take it for granted. I think at the beginning of the season we talked about it with Dani, but before every game we smell the roses, we enjoy it, soak it up for what it is, but then at the same time we have work to do, and we're not done.
How have you got about embracing your role no matter what the role is? Because it's changed a few times this season.
Yeah. I don't know. I think me and Liv are just always kind of going at it, but we're also always cheering each other on. So we know that if it switches back and forth again, like we're still going to be each other's supporters. And I think it can be really difficult going in and out of that position, but I think that we've both handled it really, really well, and just trying to bring what we bring all the time, no matter what role we're in. And if we're DSing that game, we're still going to try to bring everything that we would bring if we were libero. So I don't know. It's been difficult, but also like our coaches have really, especially I don't know about Liv, but like for me, like they really instilled belief in me, which I'm not, gonna take for granted. So that's really nice.
What's the challenge of just with pass receive, playing different roles in different spots, playing next to different people? How do you handle that?
That's probably the most challenging thing. Going from like DS, even if they're targeting you, like like it's coming to you and you kind of know your role and whatever, and then turning into libero, it's like you have to take more seams and you have to pass next to people that you haven't really passed next to for the last couple of games. So I think that can be difficult, but we work on it in practice a lot. So I think that we just are going to keep improving in that area.
And you're playing both left and right back in practice, or?
Mostly just left back, but I played right back my first 2 years here, so I feel like it would be an easy transition.
Troy Gannon last night on the radio said that there's a potential of playing NCAA tournament games at PBA maybe this year, maybe just in the future period. Now that you guys have experienced both venues, as players, what would you guys prefer?
Wait, sorry, playing what?
The potential of playing NCAA tournament games at PBA.
Oh, tournament games. I would love it.
I would love it as well.
I love PBA. It was a really cool environment. I thought they did a great job with it and hosting. So, I mean, I'm all for that because it was a really, really fun environment, like I said. And, I mean, it's basically a home game. So, can't complain.
Yeah, that's my first time hearing about what he said. But I really loved PBA. Just everybody there was amazing, and like even the gym, and usually passing in bigger gyms is a lot harder, but I felt like in PBA it just felt super comfortable.
Andi, what are the biggest ways you feel like this team is better than last year's team?
Wow, that's a great question. Wow, let me think on that for a second. I know coming off of last season, both last year's team and this year's teams are so different, and I would not say that one was better than the other. I think both teams really have their strong suits. And I think that's what makes both of them so special. And this year's team has been so fun to get to know. And Laney can attest to this. We just have our team this year has a much different personality than last year. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, nor like I don't want to say nor a good thing, but I don't want to say it's a bad thing. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to answer your question really. I'm going to be honest, because I love both teams, and it's just been a real joy to see the different personalities on each team.
So what's the personality of this team?
What did Dani say at that one? Lit?
Oh, yeah. She said we were lit, but we told her to do that. I don't know. I think, like, I'm going to, like, kind of step in a little bit answer, but I don't know. I feel like our team this year is just, like, super outgoing and, like, super bubbly. And, like, our team last year, like, it is different, but it's hard to kind of put your finger on exactly what is different. Both are just amazing teams, obviously. But I don't know. I feel like this year it's, like, everyone's just unapologetically themselves, and you know, we're all just okay with that. So
yeah, and I feel like you're able to tell on the media. I mean, we do really fun things during timeouts and dance on the bench, and we have really fun cheers. And not that we haven't done that in the past, but like Laney said, I just feel like there's so much personality on this team, and you can really see that. So it's just been really fun to get to see that.
Andi hit 400 or better in every Big Ten match so far, hitting 574. How have you been able to find so much consistency, especially after kind of an up and down non-conference?
Again, it's just kudos to my team for being so patient with me. I know I had a slower start this season, but I take that for what it is. I mean, like I said, we were playing some really good teams in the beginning, and I don't want to use that as an excuse or fall back on that, but I didn't want to put too much pressure on myself. I think coming off of last season, I had a really good ending, and at the beginning, I did put too much pressure on myself and felt like I had to go and prove to everyone like the player that I was coming off of last season. And then I had some time working with our sports psych and talking to the coaches and just really leaning on my friends and family, my teammates included, and just had to go and, like, it sounds cheesy, but like play like Andi. And so I've been really holding on to that and trying to lead into that more, and I think that has really helped, and I feel much more free on the court. I'm not feeling as much pressure from the outside noise. I'm just sticking with my team and really just leaning into doing what I know how to do.
And getting back to that comment about this being an outgoing team, how much of that is byproduct of the head coach?
A lot. I mean, Dani's awesome, and she's in on our jokes. She's been so fun to have, because she's just a girl. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so fun to talk to her because she just gets it. Like, she's played here before. She knows what it takes, and I respect her so much for who she is, everything that she does, and she knows the game, and she's competitive, but at the same time, she can have fun. You know, our practices are so competitive, but you never leave feeling like you didn't get better, and even if you didn't perform that well that day, like, you still leave feeling fulfilled because you had fun with your teammates, you had fun with the coaches. So I would just say the environment is so fulfilling when you leave for that reason, because Dani knows, obviously there's a fine line between being spastic and having fun, but I think every practice, like, we do a really good job of, like, being on that fine line of having a lot of fun but still getting better. I don't know if you want to add to that.
Hey, Andi, what's impressed you this year about Manaia and her ability to come off the bench and win this sort of?
Oh my gosh, yeah, so much. Manaia's such a great player, and her blocking is so good. Like, I get so impressed every single time that I watch her. I've been her teammate for 4 months now, and still every single day, like, I'm just so impressed with how she can read the ball, read the setters, and just the block moves that she can make. And then not only defensively, but attacking wise, she is so dynamic. So it's been really fun to watch her, and I'm really impressed with how calm she is and how she can go in and change the game, even coming off the bench and being a game changer. Like, she is absolutely a game changer.
Yeah, she's part of that game changer group. And Laney, maybe you can speak to this, but, like, there are a bunch of players who, you know, are in these roles where Dani can bring them in and interchangeable parts. How much does that help the team, in your opinion, to have those pieces that can maybe make the players who generally start or play the most be rested and you know, at their best when needed?
I think I've honestly been so impressed with this team's ability to come off the bench and still play like they've been playing the whole entire game. I think that it's kind of goes unnoticed a little bit on how hard it is to do that, and, like, to come in cold off the bench and still perform well, and also have like a good mentality about it. But this team, I just think, has done such a good job. Like, no matter who comes in, it's seamless because we all trust each other and we all know each other's abilities. So like, if Campbell and Allie do a dub sub, like, nobody freaks out. We all just know that they're going to come in and do what they need to do. So I just think that I've been really impressed with everybody that comes off the bench.
And you were earlier this offseason that you and Bergen had to strip it down to the basics and just see-ball, hit ball. I assume you've been able to build up kind of still more repertoire since then. What you've been able to do since you kind of went back to the basics?
I mean, I think it's shown in the statistics, and not that those are everything, but clearly going into conference play, like, we've connected better. And I don't think, like I said in the beginning, like, there was nothing wrong with Bergen's setting. Like, it was all, I think I was just having an internal problem. I was having a personal problem at the beginning of the season, clearly. But yeah, like, we literally just had to go back to the basics, see-ball, hit ball, and it's been really working for us. And now I feel like we're back at the place that we were at the end of last season, and we're just really connecting. And I think you can see that in our game. Like, it feels just very freeing, and she can set the ball, I can hit the ball, and if we don't score, that's okay. We're going to do it again. And, you know, if I get blocked, that's okay. We're going to move on, and she's going to repeat it, and we're going to get a kill from there. But our connection just feels very strong right now, and that's huge kudos to Bergen too, because I feel like a broken record, but she's been so patient with me as well. And just when I was working through my stuff and maybe not being as much of a like offensive player as I would like to be, she just kept feeding me the ball and had a lot of patience with me.
You mentioned that you weren't playing Andi Jackson volleyball. What is your ideal version of what is Andi Jackson volleyball?
Just someone who plays free. Like I said, I was just putting way too much pressure on myself and feeling like I had to prove to everyone who I was, and I kind of got lost in what I was actually playing for and like the real reason that I love playing volleyball there for a minute. So then I again had to take it back to the basics and remember that I love volleyball because I get to be on a team, and I love this team that I'm on, and I love getting to represent Nebraska, and it's so much bigger than myself. And not necessarily that I was being selfish, but I just felt like I had to be someone that I wasn't when I was on the court, and I had to remind myself that when I'm playing like Andi, like, I'm just playing free. I'm not worried about my mistakes. I'm not worried about the stats. Like, I'm just going out there and I'm having fun with my teammates, and I'm playing volleyball because I get to, not because I have to.
One or two more?
After the Michigan match, Dani was talking about the offensive improvement from last year, and she gave 25% of the credit to individual attackers improving, and then the other 75% to Bergen, and just the way she's setting, handling okay passes, and keeping everybody involved. What's your perspective on Bergen and the way that she's running the offense this season compared to maybe even last year?
Yeah, she does a great job. I mean, if you look at our numbers, our offense is so well balanced between all of our attackers, and that's huge credit to our passers. I mean, they do an awesome job keeping Bergen on the net, and I know they work really hard in practice doing that. So Bergen's just done an awesome job balancing our offense. Like I said, it makes it really hard for other teams to play defense because they can't just stick to one player. You know, they have to worry about our entire front row, and so that's huge credit to her as a setter and her volleyball IQ.
You guys have been on the road quite a bit. I think it's 5 of the last 6 have been away from here. How excited are you just for this weekend to be back inside this arena?
We love home games. I mean, our fans are amazing, so I think we're really excited to be back. And away trips are great too because our fans travel, but there's nothing like being home at Devaney.
Dani's talked a lot about having not just the best players, but the best position, really be the best middles, the best setters. How much do you take that to heart as being the best back row possible, and how does it help kind of not knowing how much you're going to play from match to match? That will change.
I mean, obviously, I think our back row is really, really good, and it doesn't matter who's back there. I mean, we've obviously haven't lost a set since September 16th, and we've been in and out of positions all the time. So I think that it really doesn't matter who goes back there. We just want to win, and we want to perform well for our team, but also, like, in every position, but in our position, like, there's no finish line. It's like if I get it for 2 games or she gets it for 3 games, it doesn't really matter because we just want to win, and there's no end to it. It's like our end goal is a natty, and that's what we're working for. We're not working for, oh, like, let me be libero, da-da-da. Like, no, we're working for a national championship and to help our team win.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.